What's good, guys? It's your boy CS. This is probably the most important video that you need to fully watch in order to position yourself, because now we are getting down to the nitty gritty. Bitcoin at the time of this recording is at around 63k. It can shoot down to 60k, 58k, 44k. It doesn't really matter, because as I had said previously, if you've seen on my tweets on my Telegram, global liquidity is increasing, which means that a bull cycle is very much apparent. Money printing is taking place behind the scenes. Nobody's talking about it, but I can see it because it happens in the background. The Fed has cut rates in the US. The Fed has today cut rates in China. Well, not the Fed, but the Fed equivalent in China has cut rates again, interest rates over there. In the UK, the British pound has now pumped against the euro. So the Bank of England has also done a rate cut. So everything has come full circle. We are going into a bull cycle. This is it. This is probably your last chance to position yourself. And in order to do so, you need to ask yourself, how bad do you want this? Like, how bad do you want to be financially free or to make some money? Ask yourself this, because as point 2 is inclined to suggest, you need to make sacrifices now. It's going to take patience and conviction. Do you need to go out on the weekends with your friends and have that beer or go clubbing and whatnot? No, you don't. Now's the time to buckle down for the next 3 to 6 months to make life-changing gains. And everything comes with time. I always think the best analogy, and as somebody who goes to the gym, right? Once upon a time, I could only bench the bar. This was when I was like 18, right? Around a decade ago. That's 20 kg on the bar. Now I can fit like 2 big wheels on each side. So 100 kg, no problem, 225 pounds. And I can bench it for reps on reps on reps. But once upon a time, I had to start off with a small gain. And week by week, month by month, it increases. Same way that you need to think about this bull cycle is, however much you invest now is going to increase slowly, day by day, week by week, month by month. This could last for 3 months, it could last for 6 months, it could last up to a year. This is your first bull cycle, I'm presuming. So you need to take full advantage of where we are going to be. Same thing with dieting. If you're going to lose a pound of fat a week, you need to drop your calories. Let's say you had a baseline of 2,500 calories per day. In order to lose a pound of fat a week, you need to have 3,500 calories less per week, which means 500 calories per day, which means 2,000 calories per day you need to eat. This is the type of mentality you need to have. You need to have a game plan now. You need to sacrifice things. Treat crypto as your second job. I'm trying to pump you up here and have passion for what is about to ensue, because it's going to be so mind-blowing. Some of the things you're going to see, you're not really expecting it. Like if you got in at the end of the last bull cycle, if this is your first bull cycle, you're thinking these little pumps with turbo and stuff like that are like the tip of the iceberg. You've not seen anything about what is going to happen. What is going to happen is going to be monstrosity at its finest. And so if you've got your spot bags, you need to start considering leverage trading, and leverage trading smart. And this goes out, and I'm going to specifically name names in my VIP group, right? So Alex, Mac, B, Kate, Galvin, Jonathan, Nav. There's probably loads more that I'm forgetting. Reese. There's loads more that contribute within the VIP chat. But you guys need to have a conviction bag. And I know you guys play with leverage. So I'm specifically aiming at this at you. But I'm aiming at others as well. That pick one coin. For instance, if I picked Floki, right? And I'm just going to take everything off on a naked chart. If it wants to pick the right one, there we go. If I pick a naked chart, right, and we go on the weekly, this was the last bull cycle. And actually the market cap, the dilution of the market cap of Floki was at 300 million market cap. That's 3 billion. See how it equates there? Now all the coins are in circulation. But do you see what happens from September to November? It just pumps. And we had something here which was in the bear market, and it did a 5x, 6x, 5 to 6x just in the bear market. This was the mini run back in January, February time, right? It did basically a 10x. If you pick a conviction bag and say, I'm going to ride this up for a 10x, which Floki is definitely going to do a 30 billion, 20 billion, I definitely believe, 30 billion around here, you need to have a conviction bag like this. Very similar. Let's look at Brett. Brett had its run up here, and then it had its another mini run up here. Now it's in a retracement. Do you see how they go parabolic? This went from 300 million and nearly did a 10x to 2 billion, nearly a 10x. Let's call it a 10x just as it is. Within the matter of a few weeks, you just need to hold one coin. Pick one coin and hold it. And pick winners like Floki. Pick winners like Brett or Popcat. I really love Popcat's chart. I don't care what anyone has to say. The chart is amazing. Like, this can do a $9 in the future. It really can. It can go higher than that. Casper as well. Like, if you just hold Casper, look, Casper's the king of all charts. Look at that. If you hold Casper and put your liquidation levels like down here, like I'm very much certain you're never going to get liquidated. But if you have one all-out coin that you hold long-term, you can scalp all the other stuff like Moo the Bull or Reef or Turbo or Mog. Do all that, all well and good. And the reason I'm telling you to do this is because if you've got one large bag on leverage, you don't need to look at it. Even use a different exchange like, I don't know, Femex or Lbank. Don't look at it. Even very similar stuff like I told B, that resistance dog trade that he had, and he got in, and you won't believe the entry he had. He had it at like 2.9 or something, which is like down here. He got it at 2.9, which is right at the bottom. Might be here. Yeah, there. And we've not even seen anywhere near there. And look how much it pumped up there. But really, resistance dog, if it's the flagship coin of Ton, and if Pavel comes back and whatnot, this has got so much more to go. Like, you need to understand parabolic charts. When they move, they move. So let's look at something from last cycle. Let's look at, have I got SHIB? I've got SHIB, right? Yeah, look at SHIB, right? Look at the parabolic moves it starts making here. April, March 2021, and then by November, shoom, crazy. Coinbase listing, shoom. That's the Coinbase listing there. Absolutely parabolic, going bananas. And that's why, guys, you need to be positioned in on a specific leverage trade. Just pick one coin, stick to it. Like I said, scalp whatever you want. Reef, Moo, whatever it is, scalp the rest of them. But pick one coin and stick with that conviction coin. Casper, Floki, definitely my two picks. Floki, 100%. Just very, very safe, safest meme. Market cap is everything and determines the multipliers, which I've just elaborated on with Floki, for instance, which is at 300 million market cap. And then if you look at it now, it's at a 3 billion, right? So when the tokens get circulated, all those tokens weren't even in existence at this point. They existed around here. Now they're in existence. That is a clean 10x, even though the charts may not look like it. So it can be misleading to people, but they don't understand that's why Floki is a hidden gem. And now is the time to go big or go home. Trust your gut. You've got to understand that at the moment, a retail is at 17. It's at 17 on the indicator. YouTube views on Alex Becker and all the big YouTube stars, they're hardly getting any traction. Nobody's even viewing them at the moment, right? And so you have to be careful as well on what you're getting into. Pick the safest coins. Try to stay away from the cabal ones like Kate and all those other ones that I mentioned. Even to a degree, some of them like Brett, for instance, that is a cabal coin, but it'll move. So you need to pick the right cabal coin as well. Influencers are going to play a massive part, like we saw with celeb coins like Ansem, Crash, Cook Capital. All these guys with big followings are going to make things happen because of what they do within the market and how they influence coins. So yes, you can pick Cabal coins, but also look at some of the Cabal coins. Like, I know people don't want to see this, but like, even if we took Brett, for instance, like, this is a true Cabal coin. And I always think to myself, like, this top holder is just constantly dumping. Like, he's sold 1.1 million. He's never bought anything. He just constantly sells, always selling, always selling, always selling. So, and again, we could say that that person is using that money to buy marketing and whatnot. So that's how a good Cabal coin can run. So you've got to also be wary of like Cabal coins where they're not reinvesting into the project. If that is the case, then you need to stay away from them ultimately. So that is a whistle-stop tour of where you need to be to position yourselves with the leverage trades and actually pick the right winners of the coins. Because some coins, like I always keep telling you, if you pick Moo, for instance, and if we just look on daily, like it does crazy numbers, like 73%. Look at that. 13, 34. Look at these big ones here. 42, 61. You want to pick Reef. You want to pick Turbo. Turbo and Wojak. And if you've not listened to the amount of times I've said Wojak, then you're fading it profusely, because Wojak moves like Turbo. It does absolutely insane numbers, 39%, 34%, 72%. It's literally doing numbers even now, like 20%. When Turbo moves, Wojak, funnily enough, moves because it's on the ETH chain as well. So you're going to get big numbers, and Wojak just looks bullish as fuck, basically. So look at these key coins if you want to scalp them or whatnot. But actually, long-term, Wojak, look at the chart. It's beautiful. It's just always upward trajectory. Always upward trajectory, just like Casper is. Upward trajectory with a parabolic curve, right? These are the coins you want to get into. And that's basically about it, guys. That's where I want you guys to see and envisage and really position yourself, because I know a lot of you might be losing out on money by just constantly trading. Don't overtrade. Pick one coin, hold it. Say to yourself, right, my game plan is I'm going to hold this coin until it 10x's, and put the take profit in your leverage trade. Put enough margin in so that you've got a very, very low liquidity. Don't even look at it. Play around with whatever else you want to play around with. Turbo, Reef, Ponky, Brett, Nero, Woj. Like, you've got so many other coins to play around with, and the ones that I'm recommending as well to long or short. We've got a good VIP chat going and brewing up on how to position ourselves. So yeah, that's what you want to do. And I will catch you in the next